Have you ever felt like financial abundance is locked behind a door you simply can't open, no matter how many keys you try? Like there's some secret password that everyone else seems to know, but somehow you missed the memo? But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. You're not alone. Every single day, millions of people wake up wondering why wealth seems to flow so easily to some while remaining frustratingly out of reach for others. Has this ever happened to you? You spend hours crafting the perfect business pitch, rehearsing financial affirmations, or meticulously planning investment strategies, only to watch your efforts dissolve into nothing when the crucial moment arrives. The words stick in your throat, the confidence evaporates, and that door to prosperity remains firmly shut. What if I told you that the problem isn't your strategy, your education, or even your network? What if the real issue is something far more fundamental, something you do thousands of times each day without even realizing it? Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover might completely transform your relationship with money forever. The truth is, we've all been looking in the wrong place. We've been focused on external solutions, the perfect business plan, the right investment opportunity, the ideal side hustle, when the real key to unlimited abundance has been within us all along. This isn't about positive thinking or some vague law of attraction concept that leaves you wondering what you're doing wrong. This is about the specific, measurable energy you broadcast to the universe every single moment through your internal dialogue about money. It's about the exact words you speak to yourself in the privacy of your own mind that either magnetize wealth toward you or push it away with surprising force. What would change for you if you discovered that wealth isn't something you chase, but something you attract through the precise frequency you're broadcasting? What doors might open if you learned to rewire your financial self-talk from the inside out? I've spent years studying the patterns of those who effortlessly attract abundance and those who seem to repel it, despite their best efforts. And I've identified the exact words, the precise internal commands, that separate the financially magnetic from the financially repellent. The fascinating thing is that once you understand this principle, you'll start noticing it everywhere. You'll hear the wealth-repelling phrases coming from friends and family, you'll catch yourself in old patterns, and you'll begin to recognize why certain people seem to have a golden touch with money while others struggle, despite working twice as hard. What I'm about to share isn't taught in business schools or investment seminars. It's a fundamental truth about prosperity that goes far beyond tactics and strategies. If you're ready to continue this journey of financial transformation with me, hit that subscribe button now. I share these powerful prosperity principles every day, and I don't want you to miss a single insight that could open the next door to abundance in your life. It's a humbling revelation, isn't it? To discover that the master key to your financial kingdom has been jingling in your pocket all along. Most people spend their entire lives on an external treasure hunt, convinced that wealth must be discovered somewhere out there, in a new investment strategy, a hot stock tip, or the next crypto breakthrough. But the true journey to abundance is always an inside job. Let me share something that transformed my understanding of wealth. When I finally grasped this hidden truth, it was like someone had switched on the lights in a room I'd been fumbling around in for years. The wealth you seek isn't hiding from you. It's waiting for you to recognize the power you already possess to call it forth. This revelation isn't some abstract concept. It's as practical as it gets. Your mind is the control center for your financial reality, broadcasting signals of either abundance or scarcity every moment of every day. These signals aren't random. They're created by the specific words you use in your internal dialogue about money. Think about it. When you see someone driving an expensive car, what's your first thought? Must be nice, or they must be in debt up to their eyeballs? When you check your bank account, is your inner dialogue filled with gratitude or anxiety? These seemingly innocent thought patterns are actually powerful financial decisions that impact your ability to receive wealth. I'm not here to overwhelm you with complicated mindset exercises or hour-long meditations. Who has time for that? The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. We're dealing with lightning bolts of financial truth, concentrated bursts of wisdom that can rewire your relationship with money in minutes, not months. The transformation begins with a simple awareness. Most people never pause to notice the constant background chatter about money playing in their minds. It's like trying to tune into a clear radio station while ignoring the static interference that's drowning out the signal. That static, your negative financial self-talk, is preventing wealth from recognizing your frequency. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic by revealing the exact mental shift that occurs when you begin to speak the language of abundance rather than scarcity. It's not just about saying, "I am wealthy," while your bank account tells a different story. It's about understanding the precise internal mechanism that translates your thoughts into material reality. The journey, from financial struggle to financial freedom, begins with recognizing a fundamental truth. The words you speak to yourself about money have more power than any investment strategy you'll ever learn. They are the foundation upon which your entire financial house is built. If you're nodding along right now, feeling that spark of recognition deep within, write in the comments, "The key is within me." This simple acknowledgement is often the first step in reclaiming your financial power. Let me share a profound insight that changed everything for me. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract money effortlessly, while others struggle despite knowing all the right financial terms and strategies? This isn't random chance. It's a direct reflection of something I call your prosperity frequency. You see, your core financial challenge isn't about mastering investment vocabulary or business jargon. Those are merely surface-level tools. The real transformation happens at a much deeper level, in the frequency you're broadcasting to the universe about your relationship with wealth. Think of the world as an immense cosmic radio station. Every single one of us is constantly transmitting a signal about money, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This isn't some mystical concept, it's a practical reality that shapes your financial landscape with remarkable precision. The fascinating revelation is that this broadcast isn't happening through your spoken words or carefully crafted vision of boards. It's happening through the private conversation you're having with yourself about money every moment of every day. When you look at your bills, what's your immediate internal reaction? When you see someone enjoying financial abundance, what's the first thought that flashes through your mind? These seemingly insignificant mental responses are actually powerful transmissions that the universe receives with perfect clarity. And here's the hidden truth. The universe doesn't judge your broadcast. It simply matches its frequency with unwavering consistency. This explains why two people can apply identical financial strategies with dramatically different results. One person might approach an investment opportunity broadcasting, "I always find the best opportunities," while another unconsciously transmits, "These things never work out for me." Same action, completely different frequencies, inevitably leading to different outcomes. The journey to wealth begins with becoming aware of your current broadcast. Most people are shocked when they actually pause to listen to their own financial frequency. They discover a constant stream of scarcity-based thoughts they never consciously chose. "I can't afford that. Money is hard to come by. Wealth is for other people, not me." This is just the beginning of our exploration into the words that create wealth. Subscribe to the channel right now to ensure you receive every new video the moment it's released. Each one builds upon the last, creating a complete blueprint for financial freedom. Your mindset creates your financial reality with such precision that it can feel almost unsettling when you first recognize it. Every thought about money is like a seed planted in fertile soil. It cannot help but grow into exactly what you've planted. The universe doesn't distinguish between what you want and what you focus on. It simply responds to your dominant frequency. Now, let me show you how to deliberately shift this frequency in a way that aligns perfectly with the prosperity you desire. It begins with understanding that your current financial situation is not a reflection of your worth or potential. It's simply a manifestation of the broadcast you've been unconsciously transmitting until now. If you're beginning to see how your own financial frequency might be creating your current reality, type in the comments, "I'm changing my broadcast." This acknowledgement is the first step in a remarkable journey of financial transformation. The beautiful revelation in this journey of financial transformation is understanding that your external circumstances are simply echoing your internal conversation. Your current bank balance, income sources, and financial opportunities aren't random accidents or cruel twists of fate. They're precise reflections of the story you've been telling yourself about money. Consider this profound truth. If your inner broadcast consistently hums with phrases like, "I never have enough," or "Money is so hard to come by," the universe doesn't argue. It doesn't try to convince you otherwise. Instead, it responds with perfect alignment, bringing you more experiences that validate that exact story. It's not punishing you. It's agreeing with you. This insight isn't meant to place blame, but to reveal your incredible power. The moment you recognize this mirror-like relationship between your thoughts and your reality, you step into the director's chair of your financial future. You move from being a passive victim of economic circumstances to the active creator of your prosperity. You see, most people unknowingly sabotage their financial abundance through their unconscious narratives. They might consciously desire wealth while subconsciously repeating limiting beliefs they absorbed from parents, society, or past experiences. This creates a hidden conflict, like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and one on the brake. No wonder financial progress feels exhausting. The breakthrough comes when you realize you're not just living your financial story. You're writing it, line by line, thought by thought. You are the scriptwriter, casting director, and lead actor in your financial drama. And if you've been writing tragedies of lack and limitation, perhaps it's time for a bold plot twist. Imagine for a moment what might shift if you consciously rewrote the script. What if instead of, "I can never afford what I truly want," your inner dialogue became, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly for everything that supports my highest good"? This isn't about denying your current reality, but about choosing which reality you want to expand and nurture through your attention. Behind the scenes of every financial success story is this fundamental understanding: your words create worlds. The wealthiest, most abundantly blessed individuals aren't necessarily the most educated or privileged. They're the ones who vigilantly guard the gateway to their financial mindset, refusing to entertain thoughts of lack even when external evidence suggests otherwise. The journey to financial mastery begins with this courageous decision to examine the stories you've been telling yourself. It requires the vulnerability to admit that perhaps the greatest obstacle to your prosperity has been your own narrative, and it demands the wisdom to recognize that changing your financial reality begins with changing the words you speak to yourself about money. Let me show you how to identify the specific phrases that are currently shaping your financial blueprint, and more importantly, how to replace them with powerful declarations that align with the prosperity you desire. If you're ready to rewrite your financial story from a place of abundance rather than lack, type in the comments, "I am the author of my wealth." This declaration itself begins to shift your prosperity frequency in remarkable ways. Here's where most people make a critical mistake on their wealth journey. They obsess over what to say to potential investors, how to phrase that salary negotiation, or the perfect words to close a business deal. While these external communications certainly matter, they're actually secondary to a much more powerful conversation, the one you're having with yourself before you ever walk into those situations. The exact words that unlock every door to money and abundance are not the ones you rehearse for others. They're the precise phrases you whisper to yourself in moments of private reflection. This revelation completely transforms your approach to financial opportunities. Instead of frantically preparing what to say to the banker, the client, or the hiring manager, the true preparation happens in adjusting your internal dialogue. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a financial situation already convinced it wouldn't work out? Perhaps a small voice inside was murmuring, "They'll never approve this loan," or "They'll think my rates are too high." That internal broadcast created a vibration that others could sense before you even opened your mouth. The words you spoke aloud, no matter how carefully crafted, were merely echoes of a much more powerful message already being transmitted by your energy. What's fascinating about this hidden truth is that it follows predictable, natural laws. This isn't some mystical coincidence. It's as reliable as gravity. The ancient Hermetic principle, as within, so without, describes this phenomenon perfectly. Your external financial world will always organize itself to match your internal financial blueprint with remarkable precision. Just as a gardener wouldn't plant tomato seeds and expect to harvest apples, you cannot plant thoughts of scarcity and limitation while expecting to harvest abundance. The universe doesn't make exceptions to this divine correspondence. It doesn't say, "Well, she's thinking lack, but I'll give her wealth anyway." It simply responds to the vibration you're offering with unwavering consistency. The good news in this revelation is that these natural laws work just as powerfully in your favor once you align your internal dialogue with prosperity rather than lack. When you begin speaking to yourself in the language of abundance, possibility, and worthiness, those same laws ensure that your external reality must begin to shift accordingly. It's not a question of if, only when and how. This understanding liberates you from the frantic search for external solutions. The transformation you seek doesn't require another degree, another certification, or even another business strategy. It requires a fundamental shift in your relationship with yourself, specifically in the words you use when speaking to yourself about money. The real question becomes, what are you telling yourself about wealth when no one else is listening? What's your automatic internal response when you see someone enjoying financial freedom? What phrases run through your mind when you check your bank balance or when unexpected expenses arise? These private moments of self-talk are actually powerful incantations that are shaping your financial destiny with each repetition. Let me guide you through a profound but simple process to identify and transform these internal messages, replacing limitation with abundance, fear with faith, and scarcity with unlimited possibility. If you recognize how these natural laws of abundance have been operating in your life all along, write in the comments, "Universal laws work through me." This acknowledgement itself begins aligning you with the very principles that govern prosperity. The first step in this financial transformation is becoming acutely aware of what's already happening in your mind. Most people spend their entire lives never realizing the powerful money narratives running on autopilot in their subconscious. These hidden scripts shape your financial destiny with remarkable precision, yet remain invisible until you deliberately shine a light on them. I invite you to try something revolutionary, yet surprisingly simple. For just one day, a mere 24 hours, position yourself as the watchman at the gate of your financial thoughts. Don't try to change anything yet. Don't judge what you discover. Simply observe with curiosity and awareness the constant stream of messages about money flowing through your mind. This practice of mindful observation creates a fascinating revelation. You'll begin to notice thoughts you never consciously chose appearing with startling frequency. I can never seem to get ahead. There's always too much month at the end of the money. Financial security just isn't in the cards for someone like me. Behind the scenes of your conscious awareness, these hidden narratives have been broadcasting a powerful signal that shapes your financial experience. It's like discovering you've had a radio station playing in the background of your life that you never consciously tuned into, yet it's been influencing every financial decision and opportunity that comes your way. The awakening that follows this observation is nothing short of transformative. Most people are genuinely shocked by what they discover. They find themselves unconsciously repeating limiting beliefs inherited from parents, absorbed from society, or formed during past financial struggles. I can't afford that. Money just flies out of my wallet. Rich people are greedy. Making money requires struggle, and sacrifice. These seemingly innocent phrases aren't just thoughts. They're powerful creative forces shaping your financial reality with each repetition. Every time you think or say, "I can't afford that," you're not just stating a current circumstance. You're issuing a command to your subconscious mind to ensure that reality continues. Your mind doesn't argue with your declarations. It simply accepts them as instructions and then works tirelessly to prove you right. This revelation isn't meant to be disheartening, but liberating. The very awareness of these narratives begins to diminish their power. It's like turning on the light in a dark room. The darkness doesn't need to be fought or removed. It simply cannot exist in the presence of light. Similarly, your limiting beliefs begin to lose their grip the moment you shine the light of awareness on them. What makes this journey so empowering is realizing that if your thoughts have created your current financial reality, then changing those thoughts will inevitably change that reality. You're not stuck with the financial story you've been living. You're simply experiencing the natural results of your predominant thoughts about money. Let me show you exactly how to identify your most powerful limiting beliefs and then transform them into declarations that align with the prosperity you desire. If you're starting to recognize the financial narratives that have been playing in your mind, write in the comments, "I see my patterns now." This recognition is the crucial first step in rewriting your financial story. Once you've developed this powerful awareness of your financial self-talk, the next crucial step is learning how to interrupt these patterns the moment they appear. This isn't about forcing yourself to think positively or shaming yourself when negative thoughts arise. It's about developing a gentle but unwavering commitment to redirect your financial frequency the instant you notice it tuning into lack. Think of your mind as a sophisticated radio receiver. When you catch yourself broadcasting on the frequency of limitation, "I'll never get out of debt," or "I always struggle with money," you must change the station immediately. Not with frustration or self-judgment, but with a calm, centered recognition that this particular station doesn't serve your highest financial good. This immediate redirection is where your true power lies. Most people let negative financial thoughts play on repeat for hours, days, even years without interruption. They unknowingly allow these limiting broadcasts to shape their financial destiny while wondering why nothing ever changes. Your breakthrough begins the moment you assert your authority over this internal dialogue. The transformation doesn't come from fighting against what you don't want, but from consciously choosing what you do want. This is where the art of declaration comes into play, speaking powerful financial truths that override the old, limiting stories. These aren't empty affirmations or wishful thinking. They're authoritative statements that align with the deepest truths about abundance in the universe. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't afford that," immediately replace it with, "I am a perfect channel for wealth and abundance. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly from multiple sources." When fear about bills arises, declare, "There is always more than enough money for everything I need and desire. My supply is endless and comes from expected and unexpected sources." The pivotal insight is that these declarations aren't describing your current circumstances. They're invoking a higher reality that exists beyond your temporary financial situation. They're aligning you with the truth of abundance that exists in potential, waiting to be called forth through your conscious choice. What makes this practice so relevant about denying your current circumstances or being dishonest with yourself? It's about choosing language that acknowledges your power rather than your limitations. It's shifting from passive victimhood to active creation in your relationship with money. If you're beginning to notice how past financial resentments or limiting phrases might be affecting your prosperity, write in the comments, "I'm releasing what no longer serves me." This declaration itself begins the powerful process of energetic liberation. One of the most transformative insights on the prosperity journey is recognizing money for what it truly is. Not a static resource to be hoarded, but a dynamic energy meant to flow. This revelation completely shifts how you relate to wealth. Most people approach financial abundance with an accumulation mindset, gathering and clutching as much as possible out of fear there won't be enough. But this approach actually restricts the very flow it seeks to capture. Think about the natural world for a moment. Rivers that flow freely bring life and vitality to everything they touch. But water that becomes stagnant, trapped, and unmoving becomes toxic over time. Money operates according to the same universal principle. It's designed to circulate, to flow both to you and through you in a beautiful, continuous stream of exchange. This doesn't mean reckless spending or giving everything away. It means developing a conscious relationship with money that honors its nature as energy in motion. When you receive money, appreciate it fully, and then allow it to flow outward again with equal joy and intention. Pay your bills with gratitude rather than resentment. Make purchases that align with your values. Share generously when your heart guides you to do so. The hidden wisdom in this approach is that circulation creates invitation. Each time you joyfully allow money to flow out, whether through necessary expenses or conscious giving, you're essentially telling the universe, I trust there's always more where that came from. This trust creates an energetic vacuum that must be filled with new abundance according to universal law. I witnessed this principle transform a client who had spent years frantically saving every penny from a place of deep scarcity. Despite amassing substantial savings, she lived in constant anxiety about money. The breakthrough came when she began consciously circulating small amounts, paying for a stranger's coffee, upgrading a purchase from the cheapest option to one she truly desired, donating to causes she cared about. Within months, unexpected income began flowing to her from multiple sources, far exceeding the amounts she had circulated. Behind the scenes of every financial renaissance is this fundamental shift from accumulation consciousness to circulation consciousness. When you become a joyful conduit through which money flows both in and out, you align with the natural laws of abundance that govern the universe. Now let me share another powerful catalyst for financial transformation, one that takes just moments each morning, yet creates ripples throughout your entire day. Begin each morning by declaring a specific financial intention before your feet even touch the floor. This isn't a vague wish, but a clear, present-tense statement that directs your energy and attention toward prosperity. A simple yet powerful morning declaration might be, today, money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I am open to receive. Feel the truth of these words in your body. Imagine this intention creating an energetic field around you that attracts financial opportunities throughout your day. What makes this practice so effective is that it sets your prosperity frequency before the world has a chance to influence it. Most people wake up and immediately check email, news, or social media, exposing their consciousness to whatever financial vibration those sources are broadcasting. By declaring your intention first, you establish your dominant frequency for the day. This morning ritual becomes especially powerful when combined with emotional engagement. Don't just repeat words mechanically. Feel the excitement, gratitude, and certainty of knowing that abundance is flowing to you right now. This emotional component is what transforms a mental concept into a magnetic force. If you're feeling drawn to implement this morning declaration practice, write in the comments, "First thoughts set my financial tone." This acknowledgement itself begins establishing prosperity as your dominant morning frequency. The power of visualization goes far beyond wishful thinking or daydreaming about wealth. When you engage in deliberate, focused visualization of money flowing to you, you're actually creating neural pathways in your brain that begin to recognize and attract financial opportunities you might otherwise miss. This isn't mystical. It's neuroscience combined with energetic alignment that creates remarkable results. Set aside just 5 minutes daily for this transformative practice. Close your eyes and see money flowing to you through multiple channels, some expected, others surprising. Visualize yourself receiving notification of deposits, opening envelopes containing checks, discovering unexpected refunds, or being given monetary gifts. Feel the emotions associated with these experiences: the gratitude, joy, and sense of security. Make this visualization so vivid that your body actually believes it's happening in real time. What happens during these 5 sacred minutes is nothing short of miraculous. Your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information based on what you've programmed it to notice, begins actively scanning your environment for financial opportunities that align with your visualization. Simultaneously, you're broadcasting a clear frequency of receptivity that the universe naturally responds to with corresponding experiences. I worked with a client who faithfully practiced this visualization for just 21 days. In her vision, she specifically saw herself receiving unexpected checks in the mail. On day 17, she received notice of an insurance reimbursement she'd forgotten about. 3 days later, a previous employer sent a check for unused vacation pay from years earlier. The specificity of how her visualization manifested left no doubt about the power of this practice. Behind the scenes of financial transformation is this fundamental shift from seeing money as an abstract concept to recognizing it as a responsive energy you can consciously direct through focused imagination. Your visualization literally creates an energetic template that physical reality then moves to fill. Now let me share a practice that might initially feel unusual but creates profound shifts in your prosperity consciousness. Begin speaking to money as you would to a valued friend or partner. This isn't metaphorical. I mean literally addressing money in conversation, acknowledging its presence in your life, and expressing your desire for a deeper relationship. You might say, "Money, I welcome you into my life. I appreciate our relationship and invite you to grow with me. I promise to respect you, to use you wisely, and to allow you to flow both to me and through me for the highest good." This practice transforms money from an impersonal resource into a responsive energy you're in relationship with. Just as you wouldn't ignore or take for granted a friend you hope to grow closer to, this conscious communication acknowledges money as a living force deserving of respect and appreciation. The breakthrough comes when you realize that money, like any energy, responds to your attention and intention. When you speak to it directly, with respect rather than desperation, with invitation rather than demand, you create an entirely different frequency than most people broadcast about finances. If you're intrigued by developing this conscious relationship with money as a responsive energy, write in the comments, "Money is my ally." This declaration itself begins to shift how money responds to your consciousness. A powerful shift in financial consciousness happens when you begin training yourself to notice and celebrate every instance of abundance that enters your life, no matter how seemingly insignificant. Most people are so focused on the big financial breakthroughs they desire that they completely overlook the small evidences of prosperity already appearing in their experience. This awareness practice creates what I call prosperity momentum, a growing recognition that money is already flowing to you in various ways. When you find a penny on the sidewalk, instead of dismissing it as worthless, pause and declare, "Money is coming to me easily and frequently. Thank you for this evidence of abundance." When you receive an unexpected discount, a refund, or even a friend picking up the coffee tab, acknowledge it as confirmation that your prosperity consciousness is expanding. What happens in these moments of recognition is a profound energetic shift. You're essentially telling the universe, "Yes, I see what you're bringing me, and I'm ready for more." Each acknowledgement becomes a powerful invitation for greater abundance to flow into your experience. It's like turning on a homing beacon that attracts more of the same energy. I worked with a client who began keeping a prosperity evidence journal, recording every instance of unexpected money appearing in her life. At first, the entries were modest: a $5 rebate, a forgotten gift card discovered in a drawer, a small tax refund. But within weeks, the amounts began increasing dramatically as her awareness expanded. Her consciousness had shifted from "I never have enough" to "Money is constantly flowing to me from expected and unexpected sources." Behind the scenes of financial transformation is this crucial understanding. What you appreciate, appreciates. By celebrating financial increase in all its forms, regardless of size, you amplify the frequency of abundance in your life. It's like tuning a radio more precisely to the station you want to hear. The signal becomes increasingly clear and strong. Now, let me share another catalyst for financial transformation that creates remarkable results when practiced consistently. Craft a personal prosperity affirmation that resonates deeply with your unique energy and desires. This isn't about adopting someone else's words or using generic phrases that feel empty to you. It's about creating a declaration that vibrates with truth when you speak it. Your personal prosperity affirmation might be something like, I am a money magnet. Everything I touch prospers and succeeds. Or perhaps, unlimited abundance flows to me effortlessly and joyfully from multiple sources. The key is finding words that create an immediate resonance in your body. A feeling of, yes, this is true for me, even if your current circumstances haven't caught up yet. What makes a personal prosperity affirmation so powerful is that it's precisely calibrated to your energetic signature. Unlike generic statements, these words speak directly to your subconscious in a language it understands and accepts. When repeated with genuine emotion and conviction, they begin reprogramming your financial blueprint at the deepest level. If you're ready to craft your own unique prosperity affirmation, write in the comments, "My words create my wealth." This declaration itself begins activating the creative power of your personalized financial language. One of the most liberating revelations on the journey to financial abundance is learning to release your attachment to how money will come to you. Most people sabotage their prosperity by fixating on specific channels of income, insisting that abundance must arrive through a particular job, investment, or opportunity. This rigid expectation actually creates energetic resistance that blocks the very flow you're trying to attract. The hidden truth behind financial manifestation is understanding the division of responsibility in this co-creation process. Your job is remarkably simple, yet profoundly powerful. Maintain the frequency of prosperity in your thoughts, emotions, and declarations. The universe's job is to determine the infinite channels through which that prosperity can reach you. When you try to control both aspects, you inadvertently limit the cosmic intelligence that orchestrates possibilities beyond your imagination. Think about this fundamental principle. Water always finds the path of least resistance. Money works the same way. It flows naturally to you through the channels that are most open, regardless of whether those match your preconceived ideas. When you release your grip on the how, you create space for synchronicities, unexpected opportunities, and brilliantly aligned solutions that your logical mind could never have calculated. I witnessed this transformation with a client who had spent years fixated on a specific business model as her only path to wealth. Despite mounting evidence that this approach wasn't working for her unique gifts, she refused to consider alternatives. The breakthrough came when she finally surrendered the how, while maintaining crystal clarity about the what, financial freedom to support her family and creative pursuits. Within weeks of this energetic shift, 3 unexpected income opportunities appeared, none of which resembled her original plan, but all perfectly aligned with her authentic strengths. Behind the scenes of every financial miracle is this sacred dance between your focused intention and your willing surrender. It's the perfect balance of masculine and feminine energies. The directed clarity of what you desire combined with the receptive openness to how it might arrive. Now, let me share another profound catalyst for financial transformation. Giving from a place of abundance rather than sacrifice. The way you give money is just as important as how you receive it. When you give from a mindset of sacrifice, feeling that you're losing something or that you can't really afford to share, you're actually broadcasting scarcity rather than abundance. True prosperity consciousness is demonstrated when you give with genuine joy and from a place of knowing there's always more than enough. This doesn't mean giving recklessly or beyond your means. It means shifting the energy behind your giving from, I can't really afford this, but I should do it, to I joyfully share from my abundance, knowing that as I give, I simultaneously open myself to receive. This shift in giving consciousness creates a powerful energetic loop that keeps you in the flow of prosperity. Each time you give from abundance rather than lack, you're making a profound declaration to the universe. I trust in the endless supply. I am not afraid of sharing because I know more is always coming to me. If you're beginning to understand this delicate balance between focused intention and surrender, write in the comments, I trust the flow. This declaration itself begins to release the constriction that comes from trying to control every aspect of your financial manifestation. One of the most overlooked opportunities for financial transformation happens during the hours you spend asleep. Your conscious mind, with all its doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs about money, finally relaxes its grip during sleep, allowing direct access to your powerful subconscious. This twilight state between wakefulness and sleep is pure gold for reprogramming your prosperity consciousness. As you drift off each night, give your subconscious mind specific instructions through simple yet powerful declarations. While I sleep, my consciousness is being reprogrammed for wealth and prosperity. I awaken to new financial opportunities. These words, spoken in those precious moments before sleep, bypass the critical faculty of your conscious mind and plant themselves directly in the fertile soil of your subconscious. What happens during these nighttime hours is nothing short of miraculous. Your subconscious mind, which controls approximately 95% of your thoughts, decisions, and actions, begins rewiring your financial blueprint according to these new instructions. It works tirelessly through the night, dissolving old patterns of lack and limitation while establishing new neural pathways aligned with abundance. This revelation transforms the most ordinary part of your day, going to sleep, into a powerful catalyst for financial rebirth. Many clients report waking with inspired ideas, unexpected solutions to financial challenges, or a profound sense of confidence about money that wasn't present the day before. These aren't coincidences, but direct manifestations of this nocturnal reprogramming. Behind the scenes of every financial transformation is this fundamental truth. Your subconscious mind doesn't rest when you do. It continues processing and integrating whatever you've fed it before sleep. When you consistently use these precious moments for prosperity programming rather than worrying about bills or replaying financial stress, you're essentially redirecting the immense power of your subconscious toward creating rather than reinforcing your financial reality. Now let me reveal what might be the most profound catalyst for financial transformation. The recognition that your word is literally your wand for creating abundance. In ancient wisdom traditions, the wand was never just a magical prop. It represented the focused intention and directed will of the practitioner. Similarly, your words carry this same creative force when spoken with conviction and aligned emotion. Every time you speak about your financial reality, whether silently to yourself or aloud to others, you're literally waving the wand of creation. Your words aren't just describing your circumstances, they're actively shaping them with precision and power. This understanding completely transforms how you speak about money, bills, opportunities, and your financial future. When you declare, I am a money magnet, or wealth flows to me effortlessly, you're not engaging in positive thinking or wishful fantasy. You're wielding your creative power with the same authority as an artist wielding a brush or a composer directing an orchestra. You are quite literally conducting the symphony of your financial reality through the precise vibration of your chosen words. If you're beginning to recognize this profound creative power in your own financial words, write in the comments, my words shape my wealth. This acknowledgement itself is a powerful declaration that activates your awareness of yourself as the author of your prosperity story. You've now discovered the sacred truth about the words that open every door to financial abundance. This isn't just information, it's a profound invitation to completely transform your relationship with money through the conscious use of your creative power. I hope you've felt that shift happening within you as we've journeyed together through these principles. If this message has resonated with you, if you felt that inner knowing that you are indeed the author of your financial story, I'd love for you to write in the comments, "My word is my wealth wand." This simple declaration not only acknowledges that you've completed this journey with me, but it also puts into practice the very principle we've been exploring together. I create these videos as living invitations to financial transformation, and your subscription to this channel allows these prosperity principles to reach you the moment they're released. Each video builds upon the last, creating a comprehensive pathway to the abundance that is your birthright. If you found value in our time together, touching that like button is a beautiful way to express gratitude. And as we've discovered, gratitude itself is one of the highest prosperity frequencies you can broadcast. There's a video right here that takes these principles even deeper, revealing the exact morning ritual that has helped thousands create financial breakthroughs within days rather than months or years. Click and continue with me there, and let's take the next step in your prosperity journey together. Remember, in every moment, with every word, you are actively creating your financial reality. Choose those words with intention, with conviction, and with the full knowledge that prosperity is not something you chase, it's something you become.